How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Nasty Beer Reviews, back with yet another review, and yeah, a little bit of sour time, a little bit of Lambic-Inspired sour time, in the form of Free Will Brewing's Pomegranate Sour. Free Will, I've done a couple of their beers. Most of them have been their barrel-aged, non-soury stuff. A couple of their IPAs, but I have kind of touched with their sour stuff just a little bit. But I'm super excited to give this one a whirl because I'm kind of in the mood for a sour. And two, they actually reference lambic on here. It's a little bit of a weird kind of thing. It's almost like sacrilege to kind of even talk about a non-Belgian Zen Valley beer being a lambic. So they don't call it a lambic, they call it Lambic-Inspired. So again, it's kind of like saying Belgian style. But you don't see it that often, so it's kind of unique to see a brewery kind of throw it on there. It's a little bit of, it's not an FU or anything like that, but it's a little like, okay, these guys are saying these things, so better bring the heat. Anyway, as far as what it says in the bottle itself, it says Free Will Brewing Company Pomegranate Sour, Lambic-Inspired Ale with pomegranates added. So, what are we talking about here? Just a fruited lambic, I guess you would say. 4.9% alcohol by volume, and that'd be that. Government warning stuff, yada yada yada. And label-wise, it's pretty much every single Free Will label is the same, except there's always like a core art difference, and that's pretty much it. Other than obviously the words and things like that. So I don't mind the design, you know, kind of dig it. Not too far away from me, Percy, PA, I believe. So yeah, proper cork in here, not just a cap. So I'll have to dig in this sucker, see what she's got. And they're known for their sours, so they can really kill it for their for their sours. If I sound a little bit weird, I'm actually getting a bunch of oral surgery done, so I kind of have like a little kind of prosthetic in my mouth and stuff like that, so I'm just getting used to it. Anyway, nice little pop on that. Let's give her a pour. But yeah, I've had quite a few of their sours on draft at random locations, so we'll see what this has to offer. Give it a gentle as pour as I possibly can. Been sitting upright in my fridge for probably the past day or so. So she should be pretty good. Let's stop right there. Pinky finger on my side head. You probably don't see any on your side. Dissipating really quickly. Gone totally now. It was just off white. Had a slight kind of pinkish grapefruit juice kind of hue to it, and that's kind of where we're at with this. It's kind of that blood orange, old school kind of grapefruit juice kind of color to it. It has that deep red kind of ruby mixed with orange kind of color, vibrance to it, subtle haziness to it. A lot of lambics tend to run a bit clearer, especially if you pour them correctly, but is what it is. And I'll tell you right now, the color itself is pretty fucking beautiful, to be perfectly honest with you. It's just got a very organic kind of fruit kind of color to it. It looks like pomegranate juice, let's put it that way. And, yeah, soft carbonation, and that's about it. Let's see if we get a nose on her. Smells beautiful. Soft, light, sprightly kind of carbonation is kind of flickering your nose when I actually go take a huff on it. Getting a nice kind of soft, also soft kind of acidity and sour to it. Nothing too over the top. A little bit of kind of a earthy kind of funkiness. Again, not super sour. There's an acidity to it, but nothing too crazy. But the star of the show here is the fruit, and it's coming through in spades. Pomegranates to me tend to be something that smell better than they taste. They tend to be a lot of work to kind of eat and things like that. I like to smell pomegranates. A lot of times pomegranate flavored stuff doesn't really tickle my fancy all that much, but as far as the nose goes, big, fresh, bright, ripened kind of pomegranates. A little bit of kind of like a apricot thing going on in there too. Maybe even like a berry thing, like a blueberry, a ripened blueberry, like one of those tart kind of blueberries kind of going on. Very fruited across the board. It's probably a combination of the yeast and the actual pomegranates themselves. So, yeah, she smells pretty damn delectable. Very lambic-ish. Fresh, young lambic, but lambic nonetheless. Chew to nose so far, so let's dive right in. Cheers. that's delicious. Well, that's delicious. There is a decent amount of acidity there. It's kind of hitting me. I'm getting a little bit of kind of knee-jerk kind of heartburn off of it. But it's not over the top. Very soft, very not as aggressive kind of sprightly carbonation. More it's a soft kind of carbonation mouthfeel to it. The fruit is as big as it was in the nose as it is in the mouth. Still coming off not too fresh, not too old. It's a nice kind of middle of the road right before it gets like really ripe. I'm getting like more of like a plummy kind of vibe from it now. Very plum fleshiness. Pomegranate's not that they taste like plums to me, but can kind of have plummy vibes, especially for me. But that could be that kind of pomegranate coming through. Again, like I said, typically not a big fan of how pomegranates taste in general as far as a flavor added thing, but this one's kind of working for me. But it's giving me a lot of those other fruits. Giving me the apricot more of a skinny thing, giving me the kind of fleshy plumminess, that kind of tart, subtly tart kind of blueberryness. But again, it does come off very pomegranate-y. Is that even a fucking word? Nice acidity. Enough to where you know it's a legit sour. That kind of funkiness, that little kind of dirty, earthy funkiness I got in the nose, not really there in the mouth. Kind of a bummer. Wish it was. But it has a nice organic kind of flavor to it. There's a decent amount of dryness to it. Is that from the yeast? Did it hit wood? I'm assuming it hit wood. There's probably a bit of oak tanny kind of vibes going on there. And that's pretty much it. Beautiful. Well done beer. One of the better Lambic-Inspired American beers that had as of late. And definitely worthy of the fucking name. Gonna age absolutely beautiful too. That's one of my favorite things actually, is getting a nice kind of aged Lambic, something with a good 5 to 10 years on it when it starts to hit its stride. This being a 2016 version, it's at least, you know what I mean, 8 months old, being that it's August 2016, but I can see this only growing with age. It's delicious beer. Free Willl, the first couple of beers I had them when they first came out, like I said, they're not too far away from me. Didn't really do much for me. I liked them, but again, at the same time, didn't blow me away. Total kind of opposite direction now. A lot of their stuff, their IPAs when fresh are pretty killer. Their barrel age program is absolutely getting off the charts delicious, and their sour program has always been kind of bonkers good. So, kind of lucky to have this brewery not too far away from us. I actually picked this bottle up local Wegmans grocery store at a really reasonable price too. So, all around, everything's coming up roses, or pomegranates, if you will. So yeah, let's talk about it. It's one of the better American-made sours, or even Lambic style beers. I mean, that's kind of, you know, for people to even call that like I said in the beginning, it's kind of few and far between. But yes, it's one of the better ones that I've had, especially coming from somewhere semi-local. It kind of tickles me pink. So yeah, it is. Value and availability, like I said, I think I paid like $8 for this. You know, 500 milliliter bottle off the shelf at the grocery store. I'm not gonna bitch and moan about that for a nice Lambic-inspired beer of this caliber. And availability, if you get Free Willl stuff, I assume you're gonna see it. And just say if you like what we like this. If you like Lambic. Yeah, I'm not gonna name names. I'm not gonna say it's as good as this person or equal to that. I'm just saying they put the word Lambic on the beer, and that's kind of like, okay, shove your cards in the middle of the table. And I think they did well. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to emulate the beers that do this particular style well, and I think they've done it well. I think they did a good service. I don't think they've really kind of got too big for their britches, and not gonna go as far as saying they nailed it, but at the same time, absolutely beautiful representation from a local brewery that apparently knows what their fuck they're doing. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. If you didn't, anywhere in between, please leave a comment in the comment section below. Like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Untapped, Massive Beers, all 4 of those places if you want to check me out anywhere else. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a nice Lambic-inspired beer right now. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers.